see that 7 3/4? So now I can drive for 3 1/4 more hours, right? So watch, 1, 2, 3 1/4. Now I hit my 11. So I started at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 1/4. Is that legal? Yes. It's 100% legal. Why? How is that possibly legal? Because I was smart. You see this 6? Mm-hmm. Even though they delayed me there, you normally think you lose that time? You don't. But if I was not a smart driver and I put 10 hours off duty here, guess what? You don't get to do this.
Yeah, you gotta have 8 in the sleeper.
You only get to do it if you do 8 in the sleeper, then that validates this, then you can extend the day and get the job done. So if you put 10 in the off duty here and that hurts you, you have to stop at midnight, yes? But if you do 8 in the sleeper with this 6 and you don't count this 6, I get 3 1/4 more hours driving than you guys do. What's the moral of the story? Hear what I'm saying? Every time you're in a truck stop, how many hours should you record in the sleeper berth in a row? 8? Should it be 4? 8 in a row. What does that let you do? If you do 8 in a row, any delay of 2 or more hours that following day extends your day. Doesn't count. You get it? Any questions about that? Now, let's say you did the 10-hour break right here because you were at home and it's not sleeper berth. Do you see what I'm saying?
They didn't cancel
Well, then you
the split
don't get.
sleeper berth?
What's that?
They didn't cancel out the split sleeper berth?
Nope,
I thought they were.
No, that's the COVID exemption they got rid of.
Oh, okay.
The split sleeper started in September of 2020 and it's still valid. So now let's say last night you were at your home. That would be off duty, right? You don't get to validate this with off duty. Do you see that? Remember I said you gotta do sleeper in order to extend this?
Oh, yeah.
Now check this out. Over here I'm done. If I don't validate this, then it counts against me and I can't do that, yes? But what if I do it tonight? Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I just do 8 in the sleeper? Yup. And then I do 1 hour off duty. Is this now 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Did I do 8 in the sleeper tonight at the truck stop? Even though I couldn't last night because I was at home, yes? But tonight I'm gonna do the 8.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Well then guess what? I can take this 8 and then validate this after the fact.
Yeah, but you did it.
Because it's called post-validating this off-duty. You'd prefer to do it ahead of time, yes? Because then when you get pulled over, the officer's like, oh, you did 8 in the sleeper, that's why this is validated. If this is off-duty and you do this, and then you do this, and you get stopped, he's gonna say, what are you doing? And you'd say, I
Tell
know
me
it,
your question, because
I know it seems like I'm over, but tonight I'm gonna do my 8, you understand? And then that allows this to be legal because that gets validated after the fact. But you gotta be smart and make sure you educate the officer in this 3 hours that even though you didn't validate it before, you're gonna validate it tonight. And if you say that to him, he's gotta let you go. So now go ahead with your question.
Well, I won't ask because I guess it's depending on state trooper. So I had a Mississippi state trooper tell me when I had my sleeper berth split that I should have did a 10-hour break instead of 8-hour and then 2-hour break.
Right.
So I should have took a whole 10-hour break.
So this is called, I call this splitting without splitting. That's when you actually take a full 10-hour break and you put 8 sleeper in it. Or you take a full 10-hour break and you put 8 sleeper in it. You understand? That's where you're really not splitting your sleeper berth. You're just taking a 10-hour break. What you're talking about is taking 2 periods. 1 8 in the sleeper, then driving a little bit, then grabbing 2.
Yeah.
Taking the 2 separate from each other, adding them together for the split sleeper. You get it? That's more complicated than this. Because when you split them apart, you have to understand that the driving that happens in between hurts the next day. I'll say it again. If you do 8 in the sleeper here, drive for a little bit, then do 2. If this driving was 5, on the other side, you can only drive 6.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you do a 10-hour break, full 10-hour break, come off, do your 15-minute pre-trip. You can drive for 7 3/4 hours,
You can
right?
drive for 8.
I drive 7 3/4.
You can actually
Take
drive
a 30
8.
minute.
Yep, go ahead.
Take a 30-minute, because I told you that.
Here's what they changed that to. If you take a 15-minute pre-trip, you are not in violation of the 30-minute break anymore until you've driven 8 hours.
Right, right.
It used to be if you started at 6 a.m., you needed to take it by 2. But they changed that. Now if you start at 6, you don't need to take the 30-minute break by 2. If you start at 6 and you have non-driving time, you can keep going. It's when you hit 8 hours of total driving time accumulated, that's when you need it. So in your case, if you start into a 15-minute pre-trip, you can drive 8.
Oh, okay.
Then take your 30-minute. That is a change from older times prior to September 2020. Anyway, go ahead.
I
You
just
do it.
I just do it simple, like I do 7 3/4 seconds.